Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell, get the updates. We're excited for today's beer. It's a beer I've been aging for a while, 6 years actually. It has survived 2 moves. It did have a beer on it that did not survive one of the moves, so I had to clean off the bottle. It's a little sticky, but yeah, really excited to get into it. Brooklyn Cuvee Noire, Belgian-style stout with sweet orange peel, aged in bourbon barrels. 10.6% ABV. Yeah, from quarter to 2014. So yeah, it's almost probably exactly 6 years old. Once a quote unquote ghost bottle that we only made for ourselves. I think like Black Ops used to be that as well, and that like hence the name Black Ops. Like you can't find it, it's a ghost, right? Brooklyn Cuvée Noire. Finally journeys beyond our walls. A stout-like blend of German and British pale and dark malts. This beer is fermented with Belgian yeast and then spends more than 6 months in Kentucky bourbon barrels. Dry, brisk, and complex, showing notes of chocolate, coffee, citrus, vanilla, and coconut. Cuvée Noire is re-fermented in this bottle with champagne yeast. It is the most excellent accompaniment to dinner. It has champagne yeast, just like Brooklyn's Black Ops. Words are hard. Yeah, let's get into it. If I remember correctly, I bought 2 of these, and I had one fresh. This was before I did beer reviews. So I've not had this, unless I'm completely forgetting like it on draft or something randomly, but I doubt that. So I probably haven't had this in 6 years. Roll back. It's a pretty dark cola looking color as I pour it. Has good head retention. Being barrel aged, being aged, and you'd think it could lose some of that, but again, it was re-fermented with champagne yeast, so maybe it's not that surprising. It still is producing a head, given the ABV, blah blah blah, adjuncts, all that stuff, blah 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 blah. Just under a finger of it's somewhere between khaki and mocha. A dark khaki, a light mocha, if you will. It's pretty black. There is like crimson red, a little bit of brown as well. So it's somewhere in that dark brown, and then center is black. So it definitely looks like a stout, but not motor oil. Let's get into the aroma. I actually get a lot of vanilla, and I'm the vanilla police, and I'm always apparently saying there's not enough vanilla, but from that barrel I get a lot of vanilla. Some oak specifically, some oak tannins. It's actually somewhat sweet, not desserty. I wouldn't go that far. There's some nice bright chocolate, which I don't know if I've ever said bright chocolate. Like I don't. I think of like lemon zest as a bright thing, but it's interesting. It is. It's like this bright. Maybe there's some orange mixing in, but it's hard to tell the orange. It just seems like a bright chocolatey note. Maybe it's because I just said orange out loud, but I'm getting a little bit of citrus. I imagine that's died down in the 6 years it's been aging. But actually, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't say that because I don't know as an adjunct how well orange peel holds up. But it doesn't smell like one of those orange chocolate candies that look like an orange and you smash it and it's the little slices of orange. It doesn't smell like that, so it's not that intense of a stout chocolatey orange thing. But that orange, there is a kiss of orange. I'm not surprised it has a Belgian quality to it either. I think that maybe is part of the brightness with the chocolate is it's somewhat effervescent, which is when you think of stout. I don't think I've ever said like an effervescent stout. There's a lot going on. I'm confident I could keep pulling more things, but just for brevity, I'll go to the taste. Oh, I'm sorry. And it smells really good. Like besides it being complex, it actually smells really good. Cheers. Tastes really good. Wow, okay. There is some dryness. especially in the finish, you do get a little. Wow. Just like the aroma, there's a lot going on. I'll go through what I'm getting, but again, I'm going to use the word complex. Like, it is definitely a complex beer. And just from knowing what the beer is, that's not surprising to me. The fact that it had 6 years on it, I do think things melded together, but you're still getting unique qualities, and then they're working together, they're rounded out, they're interwoven. They're all these things at once. It's really it's a lovely drinking experience. For sure, you do get a chocolatey note, but again, it's not in-your-face chocolate. I get some vanilla, just like I got in the aroma. The oak, until the finish, and as I'm talking now, this is also a unique thing. It's a sweet oak. It's really interesting right now. This aftertaste is quite like you ate a piece of chocolate, and then maybe 3 or 4 minutes later, you drank some champagne. So it's interesting how much that champagne yeast is on the finish. You get a little bit in the taste, but definitely in the finish. I'm going to keep talking about things I'm tasting, but I do want to say this. It's, in some ways I'm repeating myself, but in some ways this will be new. It's a roller coaster of flavors, but again, they're interwoven. They're working well together. That's the thing I really want to hit on. It is interestingly harmonious, and I think probably the age is helping, because I'm a big advocate. I think beers like this, when they age, they do round edges that might be harsh. Things meld together, and I think that's really what I'm enjoying right now and experiencing. About 90% through, I finally get a little kiss of that alcohol, and that might be part of what's helping dry it out, plus that champagne thing, which again, as I'm talking, it is so amazing. I'm going to up it a little bit. You ate a piece of chocolate 5 minutes ago, because it's still lingering, but it's very faint. Speaking of faint, again, that orange is not super there. It's there, but maybe that is an adjunct that falls. I don't remember how much orange was in this fresh. I think they mentioned coffee. I would not say coffee, but I'm still getting that chocolate, still getting a little bit of citrus. Definitely that vanilla. I'm glad they said vanilla. Coconut. And again, it is in my mind now that I reread it. That time when I was bringing it up to my mouth, I inhaled. And I definitely got a wave of coconut. And I was going to say this, and maybe this is part of coconut. It almost drinks like it's rum barrel aged. And I'm thinking that is probably what they're saying is coconut is what I'm thinking is invoking that rum. This is cool. This is a very cool beer. I would say aged beer. We all know that if you watch my reviews. You've seen some reviews where I'm not rewarded for that. This is a time where I feel like I've been very rewarded aging a bottle of beer in this cellar. This is phenomenal. This is so good. I'm gonna cut the review here later today, but in terms of you guys seeing it, I'm going to finish this I'm going to drink a little bit with dinner, and I'm going to finish it when I'm doing a live stream with Matt from Massive Beer Reviews. I'm using an 18th Street glass, and I'm doing a Brooklyn beer on purpose. He and I are going to talk about black people in craft beer, diversity in craft beer, racism, all that kind of stuff, heavy topics. I tried to get a black-owned beer company, brewery beer, and I couldn't find any at my local bottle shop, so I did go with a Brooklyn beer. At least Garrett Oliver is the brewmaster there. So if you are interested, I'll put a link to that in the description, and then at the end of the video, which is probably right now. So make sure you check that out. But yeah, this beer is phenomenal, and really glad I decided to pop it for this event, and it has aged beautifully. Thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate it. Check me out on Instagram on tap. It's No Hype Beer Reviews at both those places. So always please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.